the time. Lights out for the curfew of your body, soul, and mind.
What you have just heard, listeners, all over the world, is a warning. And you will hear this warning from here on out. You've been listening to your leaders tell you that there's a great move towards democracy in the world. You witnessed the parting of the Iron Curtain, the fall of the Berlin Wall, the fracturing of the Soviet Union. And this is all supposedly toward a new worldwide democracy. Democracy is a code word for socialism, and that's why our forefathers established a republic. But don't get down, folks. All is not lost.
I'm coming back.
The problem lies within each and every one of you, and therein also lies the answer. I'm your host, William Cooper, and you're listening to the Hour of the Time.
Crazy! And that's how it goes. You never ever know about the NWO. Smart contact lenses. Promises a bright cyborg future for presidential debates, more earth changes, and geopolitical upheaval. And another update to the New World Order from the No Link News Desk. Move over, Harptards. You won't see this. News or earthquake prediction from Doomsday Dumbass Disinfo Dutchie's Magic 3D Directional Energy Weapon Crystal Ball first. So, in case you miss it and want to wait around for sloppy seconds, from Doomsday Dumbass Disinfo Dutchie's Magic 3D Earthquake Directed Energy Weapon Crystal Ball, let's get to the science of things. Yeah. I hear that we have Fox News, apparently, yesterday, something about, well, let's see if this has come up here, Brett Baer, if you can hear this, it caught my attention. Let's see.
Trump team asked to inspect the ears of each debater for electronic devices or transmitters. The Biden team has not consented to that. The Biden team wanted to break every 30 minutes. The Trump team said, we will not have that. What more can you fill in about those requests thus far?
Those are significant. You know, first of all, the breaks are set by the debate commission. So the Trump campaign may not have agreed to it, but also the debate commission has always said that it's 90 minutes straight through, and that's how they planned for it, and that's what they told the networks. That's what we're planning for as far as our coverage. As far as the listening devices and the Biden campaign's response to that, I think that's interesting, and we're going to have to follow that through the day to, you know, what comes out of that.
Yeah, we'll work for an answer on that. Brett, nice to see you. You know, Peter Ducey is reporting some interesting things. Now, I don't know if you've got these nuggets yet or not, but I'll read them for our viewers.
Yeah.
You know, the Trump team asked to inspect the ears of each debater for electronic devices or transmitters. The Biden team has not consented to that. The Biden team wanted to break every 30 minutes. The Trump team said, we will not have that. What more can you fill in about those requests thus far?
Those are significant. You know, first of all, the breaks are set by the debate commission. So the Trump campaign may not have agreed to it, but also the debate commission has always said that it's 90 minutes straight through, and that's how they plan for it, and that's what they told the networks. That's what we're planning for as far as our coverage. As far as the listening devices and the Biden campaign's response to that, I think that's interesting. We're going to have to follow that through the day to, what comes out of that.
Yeah. We'll work for an answer on that. Brett, nice.
All right, yeah, we're going to work for an answer on that, everyone, here at No Link News to bring you up to speed. Unfortunately, the secret listening device conspiracy by President Trump, of course, he... Excuse me. Now back to being disrupted by a phone call here. I remember back during the presidential 2016, wow, I can't even see my own video. That I posted this thing about secret listening devices. Unfortunately, many people didn't see it, but Hillary Clinton appeared to act pretty strange during one of her presidential debates. So we'll go in here a little bit, bring you, back up to speed. Back on October 20th, 2016, I presented to all of you the possibility that Hillary Clinton may, in fact, been using
communities who are on the front lines to identify and prevent attacks. In fact,
a contact lens.
Of the dozens of people at the nightclub in Orlando, the Pulse nightclub, was born in Queens, the same place Donald was born.
So, once again, there was the possibility.
Well, Chris, I am on record as saying that we need to put more money into the Social Security Trust Fund. That's part of my commitment to raise taxes on the wealthy. My Social Security payroll contribution will go up, as will Donald's, assuming he can't figure out how to get out of it. But what we want to do is to replenish the Social Security Trust Fund by making sure that we have sufficient resources. And that...
So once again, now she's reading something as if she was being listening to an audio clip.
My name is Jay Marsh. I work for.
And here is where we now prove, without a doubt.
And what we are offering as a solution to the near-eye mounted displays is an opportunity to have a very immersive experience, a high-definition, high-pixel count, large field of view solution that nobody else can offer. And we have achieved this solution by sort of tricking the way your eye sees the world by adding a contact lens with a small lenslet in the center of it. That lenslet carries a 1 millimeter optic that is just a small bump in the center but gives you a 20 millimeter focal length, and that allows you the ability to now see your display that's mounted in your eyewear. By bringing the display this close to your eye, you're capable of having a high-resolution, easy-to-view, large field-of-view display. The possibilities of content become endless as you can now put more than one application into your eyewear experience rather than, as Google, a single experience.
And can you name a few of the applications that you see this working for? Or working in?
So we see industrial and consumer applications. We know that people are very interested in their social media and their text messaging, and we see that as a consumer space. We also see surgical applications, industrial applications for mechanics and technicians. We also see military and police applications where they can overlay in an augmented reality way the content that's meaningful for their particular tasks.
Perfect. And And you've got a demo going on behind us?
Yes, we do.
Kind of explain what's going on there?
In the demo, my colleague Arthur has put on one of our contact lenses, and he has set himself up where his laptop's camera is able to see playing cards, and he is not looking at the card, looking at the display, or looking anywhere in the place where he could see them. When our, I don't know who they are, whenever somebody holds a card up in front of the display, he can actually see it relayed into his eyewear. By having it in his eyewear, he can now play the game of naming the card while not being able to see the card directly.
I'll have the webcam on my laptop, and this is the actual information that's being displayed onto my eyewear. And so you can see that, and that's also being displayed on the eyewear at the same time. So you can see what I'm seeing, right?
Very cool.
What we're going to do is I'm going to put these glasses on. Normally people would not be able to see that when they put on the glasses, but I have a special pair of contact lenses that I'm wearing that enable me to see that display. And so you're going to be holding up a card, and I'm going to be able to read that card to you, even though I'm not looking directly at your card. So we will do that. And so now I am looking at the display, and you can choose any card you want and show it to your camera audience. I can tell you that that's 9 of diamonds. Want to do that again? Try another card. That's a 10 of spades.
All right, we're going to pause that and just kind of like now show you that was back in 2016 in October before the presidential election, and how mysteriously and awkward Hillary seemed to speak with as she was being read maybe or told certain ways to speak. Hold on a second. Now, back to what I was getting at and bringing you up to speed today. Today's presidential election for September 29th. Interestingly enough, we have news articles identifying, smart lens updates, So, yep, no doubt about it. And this is why we need to look very closely tonight at debates to see whether or not maybe even President Trump is wearing a contact smart lens. Ooh. So, this new enhancement will monitor your health, enhance vision, and treat eye diseases. The companies behind these lenses are working behind the scenes quietly. So obviously that's why they're not rolling them out and putting them on the market yet. They just want to keep manipulating you sheeple out there to see, who's actually behind the curtain there. As the Wizard and the Wizard of Oz pulling the strings. So smart contact lenses can act as medical devices, health trackers, and video recorders. In case you haven't known, these cyborg eyes seem to be pretty popular, maybe helping presidents get elected since they're not quite all there when they get older. So, iPotic augmented reality contact lenses prototype will be unveiled at CES. Yeah. Let me, take this off, bring that in. Transition over to here. Bring you here. Let's watch, see. Well, you know, you never know. I can bring in and show you all the technology and innovation behind the scenes that you're not seeing that possibly could be used in tonight's presidential debates with President Joe Biden and President Trump. But who am I to point out, you know, Pentagon placed orders for these type of contact lenses back in 2012. Yeah, it's too funny. No, there's conspiracy theories. I can show and say, hey, you know, who am I to point out and tell you dumbass mofos like dumbass Dutchy? You don't know nothing about directed energy weaponry using augmented reality yet, huh? Do you, Dutchy, huh?
Hello, my name is Randy Sprague. I'm with Innovega Incorporated, and we're developing augmented reality displays based on contact lenses that go into your eye that give you the ability to see an image that's placed right in front of your eye. Normally, the human eye can only see things further away, but with the contact lens, we can see things very close. And with that ability, you're able to see an image that's placed right on the lens of a spectacle. And even though it's right in front of your eye, you're able to focus on it with this contact lens. That makes it really easy to make an augmented reality display that's wide field of view in a very compact form factor. So Innovega is working on a device that has projection of the image onto the spectacle lenses, and we put a real image onto this surface, and then by wearing these contact lenses, we're able to see that image and produce a very high resolution, very wide field of view display. So what Innovega envisions is that we will develop the contact lens, and then we will take that technology and license it to standard contact lens manufacturers that already have the capacity and the ability because the nature of these contact lenses, they're just like any other contact lens. So it's the integration of the filter that's unique. So we license that out and generate the revenue from that. We will also license out to contract manufacturers the fabrication of the projection device and the glasses themselves. So we would imagine there would be a number of manufacturers of this eyewear, both the contact lenses and the display component. So applications are quite varied, but they can be broken down. The easiest one to imagine is just watching a 3D movie. So I've got one image in the left eye and a different image in the right eye. So it's very good for watching very large field of view, immersive 3D movies. So it's much like having your own personal IMAX. Another application that's kind of easy to extrapolate to is gaming. So I can now play video games, but instead of watching it on a screen, the video game can be all around me because the avatars and action can be at all 360 degrees. But what are more interesting applications possibly are applications that don't currently exist that have to do with mobile augmented reality. By being able to superimpose virtual image onto the real world, we can annotate the real world with our cell phone information as far as where's the nearest post office, or where's the nearest bank, or what's the price of bread in this store, or whatever information we want to superimpose on reality, we can put that information there. And so that's really what the exciting applications are in the future. So it's a way to do superposition of augmented information onto the real world in a form factor that's much like normal sunglasses. Thank you very much, and look forward to us in the future.
There you go. You never know. Ever know about the NWO. And like I said back in 2016, bringing you up to speed again, Hillary's microphone was able to capture the sound of a directional speaker feeding her lines. So we got to spend extra time tonight, everyone, watching tonight's debate to see if Sleepy Joe is using enhanced augmented reality and smart contact lenses.
Radicalization, to work with American Muslim communities who are on the front lines to identify and prevent attacks. In fact, the killer of the dozens of people.
Oh, yeah. See, even back then. Even back then, my computer was locking up. Back in 2016.
Dozens of people at the nightclub in Orlando, the Pulse nightclub.
So will the presidential election debate be rigged with smart contact lenses tonight?
Carbon nanotubes, metal nanowires, or industrial polymers.
I beg to show you the proof that we now have that augmented reality and being used by the Pentagon, and maybe possibly even be now used by the President of the United States. There you go. You never know. From No Link News, I am Never Know, Patriot Broadcasting and Liberty Tree Radio, field reporter number 8510. I'll let Mark finish the rest. Thank you, everyone.
God bless the Republic.
Yes, to the New World Order.
We shall prevail, ladies and gentlemen. The Empire is on the run.
And we are on the march, day and night.
Hoorah. Thank you, gentlemen. Guys, we'll be back at 8 o'clock. Meanwhile, BC coming up next. Don't you touch that dial, because we got a lot more live radio on Liberty Tree Radio.
Plant the seed in our home, and boys, let it grow where all can see. Feed it with our devotion, boys. Call it the Liberty Tree. It's a tall old tree and a strong old tree. And we are the sons, yes, we are the sons of liberty. Save it from the storm, boys. Water down its roots with tea. And the sun will always shine on the old Liberty Tree. It's a tall old tree and a strong the sons of liberty. Pay the price they're asking, boys. Always pay the time with me. Never.
Bringing you the sound of the revolution. Thank you for listening to LibertyTreeRadio.4mg.com.
We all